So I'm going to start with Swoop because I love her content. Now, I don't always agree with her takes on everything, but she's very, very neutral. She likes to get both sides of situations and come at it from different contexts and see it almost like a devil's advocate. What if this is actually not what it seems? And what if there is something deeper going on? I love her deep dives. And then she has another channel where she does shallow dips. She is the queen of petty university. I am I love, and her hair is insane. Like if I could make my hair those colors and her makeup is fly, like it's crazy. I love her content, but she said something that made me go, I have to stop and talk about this. So give me a second. This is not the best pause screen, but we'll go with that. Let's see. This is Swoop. If you guys don't know who she is, she's right here. Her channel is literally SWOOP.
Mess Express. And then
Oh, I don't. Okay, so I have it on the timestamp. Let me make sure I got the right timestamp. I'm gonna do all the things. Where did I have it? I post everything in this channel, y'all. 5613. Okay. See, I have it. We're gonna go back. Okay. So let me give you a little bit of context for this clip. Ash Trevino. I had no idea who this person was. I had never heard of this person before in my life until I saw this, but she referred to it in another video. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll go over there, smart, and watch this video too. So I go to watch this video, and this woman is wild. She's wild. And she's wild. So anyway, that's not the point. You can go watch this video. I will put the link down below. You go watch this video, and by the way, watch it to the end because some of the craziest pieces of this are towards the very end of the video. It's not all as it seems. It's weird. Anyway, this is what I'm going to play what Swoop says, and then I'm going to talk about it. And I hope that you guys can catch what it is that piqued my interest that made me want to do this. Okay. I'm pretty sure that the audio is on. We should be good. Okay.
Draw of watching this. It is a train wreck on the Hot Mess Express. And the thing is, as we continue to put our critical thinking caps on, there are a million reasons why people are attracted to this kind of profane content, actually. In an article from Very Well Mind, quote, social comparison theory suggests that people value their personal and social worth by assessing how they compare to others. And in particular, downward social comparisons are when we compare ourselves to others who are worse off than us. Two such comparisons are often centered on making ourselves feel better about our abilities or traits. We might not be great at something, but at least we are better off than someone else. So basically, even if your life sucks, you watch Ash and you think, at least I am not like that lady. But then there's a lot of people who like look up to it. So I don't know, it's 2025. Honestly, nothing seems to matter anymore. And the majority of the stuff that I've seen Ash do is very concerning.
Okay. So that is Swoop. This is one of her deep dives on Ash Trevino. I'm going to bring it back to that quote, which is, oh, that went way further back than I expected. Hold on. I know how to go frame by frame. Look at me interneting. Oh, wait, didn't go back far enough. Ooh, that's too far. Okay. So it's a little bit off, but social comparison theory suggests people value their personal and social worth by assessing how they compare to others. I mean, y'all know this is true. This is absolutely true. The fact is that we decide our value and our worth based on how we compare to other people. How many likes are we getting? How many subscribers are we getting? I'm talking about content, just as an example. If our pictures are complimented, if people comment under them, if someone else has something, do we have something equal to or better? If somebody owns something, if somebody acquires something, right? If somebody has a better job or they get paid better, it's always compared to everyone else. It's never just of your own merit. Like, hey, I accomplished this, that, or the other, right? And the second piece of this, I'm going to get to. She read it out. Hold on. It's the second quote. I'm trying to go frame by frame. There's a lot of frames. There we go. Now, downward social comparisons, the specific point that this is making is you don't want to compare yourself to someone who's doing better than you, right? Because it's going to make you feel bad. You don't want that. You compare it to someone who's doing worse off. So this is kind of sort of an explanation as to why we like ratchet content. Why do we like people that are like just we are hot messes? Because it makes us feel better. Because when it comes down to it, we're not that bad off. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people will be like, I don't compare myself to anyone. I get everything is I'm perfectly. No, yes you do. And don't tell me you don't. This is one of those things that even if you're not meaning to do it, you do it. Here, it's just you might bypass it. You might not give it as much credit as other people do. You might not do it publicly, but we all do, because it's one of the reasons that if you see an artist that you know and you hear an artist and you're like, that sounds like, Yellow Wolf, or that sounds like Bubba Sparks, you're going to say that because it's a comparison. It likens it to something that you understand and gives you a scale of comparison. And we all need labels and comparison. That's how our brain rationalizes things. You can't take everything you've ever seen. Oh, I'm going to say this. This is my opinion. You guys agree or disagree? It's fine. You can't take everything you've ever seen, okay, or anything that you see and compare it to nothing, right? Because our conscious self is a compilation of everything that we've learned over the course of our lives. And so we know that this font looks like this, and then that font looks different. You're comparing them. Just because you're stating a fact doesn't mean that your brain's not comparing them. You can see the difference, and just by saying that, I just compared them. So it's an unconscious process that your brain goes through. The problem is when you base self-worth or the worth of others in comparison to people. Now, this is a double-edged sword, in my opinion. Not comparing your level of success to someone else, it can be healthy and unhealthy. So having aspirations, saying, look, I respect this person and the level that they're at, and I want to be there too, because look at these cool things they have. Look at these nice things that they do. I would like to be in that world. I want to have financial freedom. I want to, have a sense of self-worth. I want to get there someday as a goal, as long as they're healthy goals and people aren't like completely crazy. But the thing is that it's got to be a realistic goal. This person plays Fortnite, gets the kill every time, and makes millions of dollars. Is that a reasonable goal? No. But does that mean I should compare myself? No. But should I aspire to be them as if it's an attainable goal? No. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the difference, is making sure that the comparison is in a healthy way. But what this is specifically talking about is how we like to compare ourselves to people that we feel are worse off, so it makes us feel better. Now, do I think we're going to do this anyway? Yeah. I mean, are we going to be like, I like my car better. Look at my cool car. Are we going to be able to stop our intrusive thoughts from thinking, my car's like cleaner and prettier and whatever, right? It's a little bit of pride. Okay. I don't know. I just think that it's very unhealthy to like push to only compare yourself to people who are doing worse, because then you're always going to think that you're just better. And that's not a good way to be. You can always do better. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Just saying. Surround yourself with people that inspire you, encourage you, and you can learn from. If you're not learning, if you're not growing, then you're stagnant. If you're only comparing to people below you, that's just kind of cheap, right? It's a cheap thrill. I mean, I guess in a pinch, if you really need to like boost your self esteem, just go on to ratchet content and feel a little better for a minute. But that's why they post all this BS ratchet content, is because we're watching it. You see somebody act a fool and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they would do that. I would never do that. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that it makes sense to compare yourselves to people doing worse off than you? Or do you think that it's just kind of an unconscious quick ego boost? I don't know. I just thought it was something very interesting and intriguing that she would bring up in the content, which makes sense because I think that she's trying to rationalize or at least explain a little bit as to why this person, Ash Trevino, is doing so well. She's tens of thousands of people watching her live streams. She doesn't live her best life. She seems to be a not a very great parent. Her content is mid at best. Everything I've seen since seeing this, everything that she does is her popping off at people, being snarky, being selfish, talking about how wonderful she is. Like, I don't see any genuine, real content. So, why are people watching it? Why are people so into this? And this is where this comes from, as they were saying, she was saying that people like to compare themselves to think people that are not doing as well. So we can kind of like pat them on the head and be like, oh, you're so cute. I'd never be that one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that classless. I'm not that ratchet. I'm not ever going to speak that some type of way to people. And it makes you feel good. I don't know. I don't know. Just a thought. Anyway, I really liked that. I'm going to pin the link down below so that people can see this video if you want to get into this. I actually do recommend Swoop and Swoop 2. I am a solid graduate of Petty University, and I go back to visit quite often. So if you ever see me talking about being petty and putting the GIF for Petty University, that's where it comes from. So go give her a look if there's something you want to see, and enjoy her content.